Hello, good morning everyone, and welcome to the stream. I'm going to take a chance that the early stream ads have. Oh, for goodness sake, I knew that was going to happen. I was going to say, I'm going to take a chance the early stream ads have happened because I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at my phone and clutching my coffee. Okay, apparently I'm going to have to whiffle through an ad break that has just arrived. I'm very annoyed now. But never mind, welcome in. Those of you that are not currently stuck in ad jail. It took me a little bit of doing to wake up this morning. So I am still clutching my first cup of coffee of the day. So don't expect me to be too coherent for the first 20 minutes of stream at least. But hey, it's a Sunday morning, and hopefully you guys at least are all still snug in your beds or on your sofas rather than having to be at work or anything less fun. So we are going to be maybe finishing. I'm not sure how much of Strange Horticulture we've got left. I think we're probably going to be finishing, or at least nearly finishing it today, I think. Just based on what I remember from Cuddly Coda playing Antiquities. I think it's probably about 3 streams worth of content, but we'll see. It might take us a bit longer. And the ad has finished. Woohoo! Okay. Let us continue. So we finished a day at the end of the last stream. So the first thing we've got to do is turn over our card. Endmore Raven Spider. Okay. Equipped with the Arder's knowledge, she journeyed west to the Stone Circle. Unbeknown to her, she was not alone as she made her preparations. Okay. Day 13. Okay, so there's a raven and a spider on this thing, so I reckon it's just going to be a 3-stage map quest. So we need to find Endmore. Okay, let's do the big map. Right, there's Endmore. No, not that. This thing. Stop moving. Endmore. Raven. And then if I move that onto there, and then do spider. Yay! Check me out, my brain is functioning. A jackdaw croaks hidden somewhere nearby. Strange shapes of old stones pierce the long grass. Among them, some plants grow. Cool. Look at me, my brain is working. Oh, that looks weird. Look, it looks like pods. Seed pods. Cool, okay. Excellent. So where did we get to last time? So, no, not... Why are things moving when I keep trying to click on them? So, I wrote this poem down last time in my notebook, because I now have a games notebook, don't you know? And we started working out what these things are. So, first is the corpse's friend. That is a nickname of a plant. I remember that one. The ankle grabber, I don't think we know what it is yet. The fear bringer, we've got that one already. We identified that one as Widow's Woe. And the fourth, to lift a curse, which we weren't sure about. And then a petal to secure Black Blood's reverse. We've had that plant before, so we probably can identify these just with a book flick. This is the thing where I'm really wishing that I had a better memory for these things. lobelia is peace in the afterlife. Candlewood, afflictions of the mind. Lovelock, eye strain, rejuvenation, courage, corpse friend. Here we go. Devil's nightcap is corpse friend. I can't find a pen. Okay, here we go. So corpse friend is devil's nightcap. So I think this is, just to say, so these 5 things, we found out last time that to put the scary monster that has been released back into wherever it came, we need 5 items. And so I think these are the 5 items. So corpse friend, ankle grabber, fear bringer, lift a curse, cure black blood. So I think if we can identify these 5 items, we can put the monster back in the box, which is, I think that's what we're aiming for. Antidote to the black blood, elder finium. I knew it's in it. This is the part where I need to write these obscure words quite clearly so that I can read them in the future. Okay. Fearbringer we've already identified as Widow's Woe. Lifting a curse. We found one that lifts a curse, do we remember? Let's have a look. Rejuvenate aching bones. Given as an offering in return for sanctuary. Eye bright. That is... oh, improves eyesight. Gives strength. Energy boost. Sleeping draft. Friendship. Digestion. Dentistry, okay. That's the way that you die. Gilded dendra, poison. Incense, memory. Point the way to people you've lost. Pain relief. Memory. Don't know if that has any benefit. It is just spiny. Okay. Give them that if you want to hurt them. Curing afflictions of the heart. Slow and uncomprehending. Tell the truth. Lift curses. Long vericund. Long vericund. Guarantee I'm not going to be able to read that next time. Okay. I'm fairly sure we haven't had an ankle grabber, but let's continue just in case it's been one that we've had put in the book and we haven't found the actual plant for yet. Maiden's sorrow. Focusing. Bound to secrecy. Interesting. Ankle grabber the binder. So this is the one we're missing. Mostly a decorative plant, okay. Allow a person to pass unnoticed. That's exciting. Confidence and persuasiveness. Focus. Patience. Help filter toxins. Reduce anxiety. Uncover that which is hidden. Turn black in. Can be used to detect poisons, okay? Oh, hello. I think we've just been given this one, sheep snap. Green seed pods. I think that's sheep snap, you know. I'm getting sidelined here, but I think that is. I think that is sheep snap, you know. Thought to bring good fortune. Royal Gentia is a release the bind of a swift snare. Oh, hang on a minute, swift snare. Do we have swift snare in this book? We don't have swift snare. I wonder if it's swift snare that we're gonna have to. We don't have it in the book, but okay, I'm gonna put it in there with a question mark. Because that's the first grabby sounding thing we've heard of in this. Anyway, carrying on. So what does sheep snap do? Good fortune. Burned brightly. Used in witchcraft and satanic practices. Spring wax cap. Edible mushroom with mild medicinal properties. St. John's poppy. Create a draft that can improve the imbiber's hearing. Okay. Insanity and then death. Nice. Deter unwanted souls and spirits. Strengthens relationships. That's creepy. It's the creepy wandering mushroom. That's very strange. Lead to gold. Induces fear. Hair of the dog. Insect repellent. Easing the symptoms of infection. Eases anxiety. Okay. So we don't have the ankle grabber one, but I do wonder if we're going to come across swift snare relatively soon. We have gotten a new unknown plant from that card, and then we've got this one, which I think is the sheep snap with the pods. So what else do we have here? St. Quentin's elixir. Oh crumbs, yeah, we were stuck on this as well, weren't we? We now have a seed pod. Did I write this down? Yeah, so I wrote this one down as well. So a red flower to protect the mind we found, which was candlewood. We decided that was candlewood. And sheep snap, I think we decided was sheep snap because it said for luck. Yeah, sheep snap brings good fortune, but we were stuck with on the five-pointed leaf to grant courage. So that's something that we can do later. It's just a list of mushrooms. I'm not quite sure what to do with those. Then yeah, this is it. See, it says the woken dendru, so that's the monster. is loyal to its summoner, who becomes its master and can bend its terrible power to its will. Servant is assumed to be immortal since it has no known vulnerabilities, but doesn't mean it cannot be defeated. Many hundreds of years ago, a site of ritual importance was created near Blackcomb, to the south of the Watcher, the Great Oak. So we have found the Great Oak. And the Dendru was ousted from this world. Unfortunately, although we know that 5 plants were required for the ritual, the specific plants are not known, and I think that's what these are. Because there are 5. So we have found the 5. We just don't have all of them. So the only one that we don't actually have on the shelf and properly identified is Swift Snare. So we have that, we've got that, we've got that, we've got that all on the shelf. It's this one that we don't have yet. So we will just have to keep playing the game until we get that one. Not quite sure why we have a list of fatal mushrooms, but I'm sure that will make itself known. And then to grant courage. Did we have anything that was courage, sharp focus, confidence? Courage and confidence. We did have something, I do remember something. Focusing. Bound to secrecy. Let's have a look. I'm sure there was one that said can be used to make a potion that does something. Friendship, sleeping, energy. I need a better memory, honestly. Painful death. Nope. This one. Daisy Dock. A simple potion that will grant courage. Can be brewed from the leaves. Daisy Dock. We haven't identified this one yet, but let's have a look and see if we've got anything that could be it. That one. We've already done this. So I wonder, should we try it? Let's try it. So Daisy Dock, Candlewood and Sheep Snap. Let's have a go before we... So Daisy Dock, Candlewood, Weeping Bell, Henjuck, St John's Poppy, Candlewood and Sheep Snap, which is this poddy one that we've just got. We can only get it wrong. No. Okay. One of those is definitely wrong. So that's either this isn't Sheep Snap or this isn't Daisy Dock. Because this one's definitely Candlewood because we've identified it. Okay. Never mind. Guess it could be that one. Or it could be one that we don't have yet. But hey, I've written down that it's Daisy Dock, so... Okay. Good morning, kitty. Okay, let's put that away. Let's put that away. Okay. heard of this masked woman? Imagine having that amount of power. Nations would kneel before you. You would be a god. That creature, it's huge, unstoppable, and they say it obeys her every command. It would certainly come in helpful with my father-in-law tomorrow. I guess I'll just have to settle for some Daisy Dock to help me get through it instead. Okay. I still think it's this one because we don't have anything else that's got the same sort of leaves. This one might have. Yeah, okay, maybe it's that one. So it could be this one. Or it could be that one. No, those have got 3 points. That one's got 3 points. Ah, okay. That's not Daisy Dock. This one is, because look, it's got 5 points. Okay. That one's Daisy Dock. Oh, Dead Man's Fingers. I know what one this one is, because it's creepy. It's up here. So that one is not Daisy Dock. And that would explain why our potion didn't work. It's Social Science Nerd! Good morning, welcome in, welcome in. We are still playing Strange Horticulture. We, so far, have tried to make a potion and failed, but that was because we misidentified this plant here, which we have now accurately identified. But since it's the beginning of the day, we are not going to try again with the potion immediately because we don't want to end up driving ourselves insane before the end of the day. But yeah, so we've been doing okay. I need to find a home for this one in our identified section. So we have made 2 potions already. Baylock's Elixir and Elixir of the Damned, which is cool. Look at all of our pretty plants. Okay. Hello kitty, good morning. Ding! Oops, the postman. This letter was delivered in an unusual way. There was no address provided, just the horticulturalist, spelled wrong. I have to assume it was meant for you. I mean, thanks. If you know your plants, this letter is for you. It's literally just a blank piece of paper. You see the riskometer. Yeah, so this thing in the corner is our riskometer. I think it's supposed to be something like our sanity and our will to continue, that kind of thing. And when it does, it fractures this disc, because we found out last stream, because I did actually fill up the riskometer. It fractures this disc into these tiny little fragments, and you have to reassemble your sanity in order to continue the game. I'm going to assume that it's a... There we go. Ho ho! So you got it working. Oh yes, yes, it works, it works. Look to the north of Bowfell at the source of the river Esk. Nobody knows it grows there. It will be our little secret, ho ho. So north of Bowfell, source of the river Esk. North of Bowfell. Okay, where's Bowfell? There's the river Esk. So there's there's Bowfell. Okay, so there. Sure enough, I find a plant here that I've never seen before. Gee, thank you. Oh, it's kind of... it's weird looking. That was weird looking. I do wish it wouldn't put it right in the middle. Like, you're messing up my organisational system, people. This is where the unidentified plants go. Now look what you've done. You've made it all untidy. I can't believe we've identified all of these plants. Look at them all. There are so many. Excuse me. Still working on the first cup of coffee of the morning. Right, what next? Ding! Thought we're done. My husband likes to forage for mushrooms, but I'm worried about the ones he's brought back from his latest venture. He's been on a trip across the lake, exploring the woods to the west of here. He's got a bag full of odd-looking mushrooms he says are perfectly safe, but they don't look edible to me. I've brought one with me to help identify it, but he's hoarding them because he thinks I'm going to throw them out. I'll come back tomorrow. Woods west of Undermere across the lake. There, I guess. Mushrooms! How have I never been here before? They're hard to find at first, but soon I'm seeing them everywhere. Free mushrooms! Ooh, little red ones. The little red mushroom. Okay, let's see what we've got in the way of mushrooms to identify. So they're not the dead man's fingers one, because we found that one a minute ago. I wonder if it is the one we've been looking for, which is the St. John's... No, the Farmer's Worry is a mushroom that we... There it is. Red caps have a spongy texture. Yeah, see, spongy mushroom with potent abilities, only safe to consume in small quantities. Grants great strength for short periods at the expense of severe fatigue once the effect is worn off. So it could be Farmer's Worry. Does kind of look like it. Let's go mushroom flicking. Any other mushrooms? I like the sound of the flippy pages. Spring wax cap. When dried and eaten can help relieve pain. No, these are sort of triangular, aren't they? It's not that one. Oh. No, we've already identified sunset mount cap. Okay. Start from the beginning. Yeah, I think from our book, it's probably going to be... Yeah, because we've identified that one. The dead man's fingers is definitely this creepy looking thing up here. Yeah, I think this is probably Farmer's Worry, which is awesome. Crikey, I can't type. Because there's something under my keyboard. That would explain why I can't. Why I'm struggling. Right, okay. I think that's Farmer's Worry. And if it is, so if she comes back tomorrow and it is Farmer's Worry, we could go back to that cave that we found. So we found a cave and we needed Farmer's Worry to be able to move a boulder. Which is exciting because I've had that written down for ages that we need to do that, so pretty cool. Oh, Simone Green. Hello, Simone. Lord Fremont told me he was able to help you find some information on the servant. I've been looking all over the library, but all I've discovered is a mould problem. Great. I hoped you might have some sweet breath that would help clear it up. Paliance or Leal of Neptune. Okay. Paliance. What's Leal of Neptune? Truthsayer. Oh, I remember last time they were saying, someone said that she's not telling us the truth. So we could give her Leal of Neptune to make her tell us what she's not telling us. And I'm assuming Paliance is what she actually needs. Yeah, to... Okay, have we got anything that we think is Leal of Neptune? Let's go back to it. Where is it? Because we haven't formally identified it yet. So we might not have any. Sparsely petalled pale flowers give off a strong scent. I'm surprised we haven't found it yet. I thought we had. But apparently it says that we haven't. Oh, there, look, Leal of Neptune. What do you reckon? Should we, hang on, let's wait for everyone to get back from the ad. I'm going to have some coffee. Okay, welcome back from the ads. Thank you for sticking around. Here's the question. Do we give her Leal of Neptune to make her tell us the thing that she wasn't telling us, according to someone from last stream, or do we just give her what she asked for, which is the Paliance? I'm kind of tempted just to give her the truth-telling one, because I want to know. Shall we? Oh my goodness, I put my coffee in a thermal cup. It's still the temperature of the surface of the sun. Okay, let's do it. I didn't want to mention this, but Friedmont gave me something else from his archives, a recipe for an elixir. Thank you very much. It's the key to the link to the servant. In theory, it would be possible to wrest control of it from the woman in the jade mask. In theory. But the only records I was able to find are hundreds of years old. And even if it works, what then? The power that can be wielded through the woken Dendru is too great for any one person. We should stick to the Sisterhood's ritual. I see. So we found something out, so we could... So this is where you start being able to make decisions, I guess, because you can take control of the monster using an elixir. Okay, Sour Bandy can help with memory recovery, especially if memory has been deliberately sabotaged. Okay, and Elixir of Control. We've definitely got those plants. Okay, right, writing it down. Elixir of Control. So this is the Farmer's Worry that we've literally just got. So number 1 is, I love these helpful little pictures. Probably Solomon's Scepter. Yeah. And then, okay, Solomon's Scepter. Two is going to be the one with the little yellow berries on it. Where is it? This guy. Witch Fig. And then 3 is Farmer's Worry. But we don't know if we want to make that one. I mean, we could. A strong will is required when consuming this elixir, lest the mind of the drinker be overwhelmed. It is believed that the power of a stone circle can amplify the effect of the elixir. We don't have to consume it, we could just make it. I made an elixir. Okay, I'm going to label it. Elixir of Control. Control the beast. There we go. So I've made that one. Okay. I think I'm going to try this one as well, because I now know what I did wrong. Because I have confirmed the Daisy Dock, which was the first one. Daisy Dock. Candlewood I was happy with. And then Sheep Snap, this pod. Yeah! Okay, so this is St. Quentin's elixir. Stream streak! Oh my goodness, thank you very much, Social Science Nerd, for a 5-stream streak. You keep coming back, thank you very much. I'm glad that you do, it's nice that you're here. I'm running out of shelf space again, everybody. I'm running out of shelf space. Okay. I need to find the other thing that I made. Prize disc. Baylock's elixir. There we go. Memory aid. Because these elixirs don't end up in the book, so you need to write down what they're for before people come and ask for them. Okay, so we've made this one, we've made that one, and cross them out from my book. Okay, we still need to identify the swift snare, but that's fine. So I think let's go back to this cave, because we definitely have Farmer's Worry. Where's it gone? It's just been plonked randomly back on a shelf. Here we go. I'm surprised at how easily I am able to roll away the boulder with the help of the Farmer's Worry. As my eyes adjust to the darkness, I discover several clusters of fungi growing there, reaching out desperately to the thin strip of light provided by the crack. Oh, and I also got a page. Twilight Lepiota. In the twilight where shadows grow, take leaf and root and eye of crow, a plant of gloom and despair and dark magic. Do not be fooled by the pretty flower. The smell it gives off is quite foul. Okay. I've got 2 plants. Both of them creepy mushrooms. Okay. Now I need to rearrange my entire shop because all of these... So, right. This one is now confirmed. You're yellow. You can sit there. This guy... I'm fairly confident is Sheep Snap. But since it is unconfirmed, it needs to stay in the purple category. These guys are new and need to stop hiding. Come down into my mushroom location. Mushroom, mushroom. Badger, badger, badger. Badger, badger, badger. Badger, badger, badger. Mushroom, mushroom. I have no idea why that's it. Well, I do know why that's in my head. But I do wish I wasn't singing the Badger, badger, mushroom song. Because, you know, that's now on the internet. And I wish it wasn't. Although I'm fairly sure I've sung the Badger Mushroom song on the internet before. I think we ended up singing it at one point, playing Stardew when I was playing with Horticulture and Forky. A lot of singing happens in those streams. Mostly between me and Cuddly Coda. I think we just set each other off. You know, we've identified so many plants here that some of these I don't even remember. Like this spindly thing, I definitely barely remember. Okay, there we go. It's looking a bit neater now. I'm going to have to move some of these up over here because it's getting very crowded. Oh, that one is confirmed. We used that one. So you can come over here. Leal of Neptune, we definitely identified that one. And Sheep Snap. That has designated itself as confirmed, so excellent. Look at this. We are doing quite well, I think. Let's just move some of these over here. I'm getting into the realm where quite a lot of these are starting to look the same, but also kind of not. Okay, so these are our unknown mushrooms. Let me just make sure there's none others that have snuck in down here. Shouldn't be here. Nope, I think we're all neat and tidy again. Okay, much better. Ding! So we've also dealt with the cave. Hurrah! My cousin will be married in 3 days. If you've got some Trimble Huff, then it'll save me the trouble of going out to find some myself. If you knew my cousin, you'd know she's not worth the trouble. Charming. Trimble Huff. Which is still the greatest name. Trimble Huff is traditionally used as a decoration at weddings, as it sought to strengthen relationships. A cross-section of the small cup-like flowers. They often point downwards to avoid filling with water and allow easy access for pollinating insects. Okay. This one? Maybe? The flowers are blue. I mean, that's not particularly helpful. Or this one, maybe? Bell-like flowers and heart-shaped leaves. I mean, neither of those look anything like it. We definitely haven't identified it before. No, that's definitely not it. Damp smell. No, it would have mentioned if it had a smell. Given the description of cup-like flowers that point downwards, we've basically only got two options. These are more like that shape that it's shown on the page. Yay! Okay. Sometimes we don't overthink it, and sometimes we do. Okay, let's... Ooh, glowhorn! Hey! I wonder what this could be. This is probably a glowhorn, given that it's a mushroom that glows. Oh wow, I can't... Glowhorn. I don't know what that means. It means I can't type. There we go. So this guy is confirmed. Yay! You are back in the rando zone. You can come up here as a maybe. So let's see what the glow horn says, because it went away. Glow horn. The glow horn, forest lantern or pixie lamp is phosphorescent, illuminating the trees that it grows under. Suspicious travellers avoid walking towards it, fearing that the faint lights will lure them to their demise. Sounds fun. Okay. Let's explore somewhere. Have we been to all the secret places? Tomb of the Hunter. We went to the Great Oak, didn't we? And we've got Elderfinium, so that's fine. I think we've been to the Tomb of the Hunter. Okay. Where should we go? Let's go to this island. For no apparent reason. There are more important things I could be doing at the shop. Fair enough. 8 miles to the east of a tree. Okay. The shepherd watched as she prepared the leaves and roots that she would require. He watched as the hours dragged by, the sun set, and she worked by candlelight, at times sitting still, at times moving like a dancer among the stones. The change happened suddenly, but also subtly, so that at first the watcher was not sure that anything had happened. Then he saw it. Okay. 8 miles to the east. 8 miles to the east of what? Okay. Eight miles to the east of what? Where's my crap? No, back. That's not the button I wanted. I want my drawer of goodies, because I need this guy. So I'm wondering if it's 8 miles to the east of the Great Oak. It's Good Soup! Hello! Welcome in. Still at work, but chill right now. Okay, that's good. It's nice to see you. We are currently trying to puzzle out this. It just says 8 miles to the east. And the only sort of tree-like thing I can think of is this, the Great Oak. So I'm trying to think if it's like 8 miles to the east of here. Might give that a try. Okay. So the Great Oak is here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope, nothing. Okay. Miles to the east of where then? Hmm. Eight miles to the east. Of Undermere? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That would put it in this forest, maybe? Also, you don't want spoilers for the game. That's fair. That's fair. That's part of the reason why I'm not going to play Antiquities straight away, because I can still remember enough of it that it feels spoilery from when Cuddly Coda played it, so I'm probably just going to leave it a little while and I'll play Antiquities another time. But I appreciate you coming by, even if you are trying to avoid spoilers. I'm waiting for my will to explore to go up so that I can click here before I forget what the logic was that 8 miles to the east meant. I don't think it is 8 miles to the east of our literal location, because that would be far too simple, but I don't have any other ideas at this exact moment, so I'm going to try it while I have the idea in my head. After that, we will start our day. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, it's not that either. So it's not 8 miles to the east of our current location, and it's not 8 miles to the east of the tree. So I'm not quite sure. Okay, let's leave that there and we'll ponder on it. Good morning, kitty. Hello. Ding. Well, he went and ate those bloody mushrooms. And of course now he's sick. Is there anything we can do? Okay, he went and ate the mushrooms. Oh, farmer's worry. Often fatal. An antidote can be made using royal gentian. Okay, royal gentian. Ah, royal gentian. There we go. Because she gave us farmer's worry yesterday in game. So that's why we have the list of poisonous mushrooms. There we go. I knew that was for a purpose. Amity! You made it! Hello, darling. It's Brittany, bitch. Welcome in. Oh my goodness, how much... do you have the zoomies again? You remembered. You're so late. You're not that late. Only like an hour. I'm still going to be streaming for at least another hour and a half. So it's fine. Welcome to the world of strange horticulture. I am going to pick that one up again. Liver. Did it say it was liver stone? That one. Smells rotten. Great. I won't stick around for long. I've got to go to work earlier than the norm tomorrow, so early bedtime. Gotten so far into this. Stop playing. Started playing and got stuck and didn't come back. Yeah, this game is tricksy. I mean, we've been stuck quite a few times, I think. I mean, I'm stuck on this thing literally here because I can't figure out what that means, but we've even made some potions. Look, we've got Baylock's elixir, elixir of the damned, elixir of control, and St. Quentin's elixir. Ah, Palia took over, that made sense. Thank you so much for the streak. Good Soup, you are a star. Building up your streaks. See, Amity can only bother to turn up every so often, but you know, you're here all the time and I very much appreciate you. I'm kidding, of course. Brittany herself is in another time zone, so it's completely understandable. Look at the kitty. Yeah, so I think if we don't spend too much time farting about, we probably might be able to finish it today, maybe. I have blinned to Blackcomb. I have fought the servant and lived, but still my adversary stands. It must be defeated. For my part, I am ashamed to say I am done, and my soul could use the tonic of St. Quentin's elixir if I am ever to recover from the horror that I have seen. There you go. You can have some elixir. You enjoy that. Prittle. Coveted by the rich, pretty Prittle is crushed to make dyes. Okay. It's a very rare plant, hard to come by, and great care to cultivate. Maybe not that one. Promise the offspring catching up on Premier League tonight. And Mr. Mister is already in bed. Okay. Alright, we'll allow it. Right. How are we all doing? I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I have now consumed at least half a cup of coffee, so I'm much more coherent than I was at the start of stream. I am still going though. More caffeine required. But yeah, pretty good, pretty good. How are you? Hope you're well as well. There is a hateful man I sometimes see around town. He's called Isidore Burbage. Yesterday, I saw him bending down as though to pet a stray dog, but instead he punched it as hard as he could. Aww. I rushed over and the coward fled. Someday he'll get his comeuppance. Don't punch a dog, that's mean. Sad Gill Chalice. Okay. My desktop background is a cosy bookstore in the rain, and it's such a vibe with the rain sounds in the game. Forgot how gorgeous this game sounds. It really, really does. It's so lovely and relaxing. Like, the story itself is a bit creepy, but the whole game just sounds so nice with the flicking of the book pages and everything. It's lovely. More caffeine required indeed. I'm lucky today's been chilled so I could go and buy a sandwich because I missed breakfast as I overslept. Oh no! No, I nearly overslept. Well, my alarm went off this morning, and then I took an inordinate amount of time to get out of bed. Right, there's Sad Gill. Come here. The chalice clue takes me directly south of Sadgill to a spot next to the river. Moss-covered rocks line the banks, velvet to the touch. In the moist conditions, a deadly-looking plant grows abundantly in the lush grass. What have we got? Oh, he does look scary. Look at him. Munch, munch, munch. Look at him, munchy guy. Okay. Teethy boy. We definitely haven't got a teethy boy in our book yet. Reuben Ward. Verona tells me you're working on gathering the plants for a ritual that will help us defeat this creature. I want to help in any way I can. From what Verona told me, I think this might be one of the plants needed to perform the ritual, but I'm afraid I do not know where it can be found. Well, you're no bloody good, are you? Yeah, I've already figured that out, thanks. I knew that. I knew that we needed Swift Snare. I'd already written it down, because we are smart. We are smart here on this channel. Small heart-shaped leaves. Find the anchor grabber. Once ensnared, it is impossible to extricate oneself without help. Swift Snare has small heart-shaped leaves. I mean, we did have one that described itself as having heart-shaped leaves earlier. This one. So it could be that one. This one gets 3 question marks because I'm really not sure, because it doesn't mention flowers at all, so maybe let's leave that one there. Smart. Right. Okay, let's tidy up. Put these things away. My book. I still don't know what 8 miles to the east means. It means 8 miles to the east of something, but goodness knows what it means 8 miles to the east of. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, maybe. Maybe what? Maybe what? The little coin thing. Ooh, Gosforth. Oh, Amity, you're a genius. Where's Gosforth? Amity, you're a genius. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, let's wait. Let's wait for everyone to get back because I feel a bit bad calling Amity a genius while she's in an ad. Come on, Amity, get out of the ad. Agile. Let's wait for everyone to get out of ad jail. Right, are you guys back from ad jail? One moment please, your call is important to us. Yes, Amity, you're a genius. You are absolutely correct. That is exactly what that is a picture of. I have had this coin in my drawer for so long that I'd actually forgotten about it. You are so right. So, 8 miles to the east of Gosforth. Let's try it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes! You're a genius. Thank you so much. I would have been stuck on that for flipping ever. Gazing at the still water of the lake, its black waters draw me into a reflective trance. Here and there, flowers that I don't recognise grow along the bank. 2 new plants. Ooh, we've got a spotty one and a spiky one. Oh, thank you very much. Obviously, you are disturbing my sorting system, so you go over there. Excellent. When you brought up the whole thing, it caught my eye. Yeah, I completely forgot it was there. It's like this thing. So in the first stream, I was given this thing and a piece of paper that had instructions about how to make it work. But we didn't have the plant that we needed to charge it. So I just put it in the drawer, and I just left it there. I carried on with the story, and then I got completely stuck to the extent that I asked for a hint, and then Forky went, "Don't you have a device thingy in the drawer?" And I was just like, "Oh, for goodness sake, of course I do." And so now I have a mystical, magical spyglass thing. Ding! Oh, hello. You're a new man. Samuel Thomas. I'm visiting my grandmother up in Tebay, and I thought we'd take her favourite plant to cheer her up. It's blue with large flowers, and it smells lovely and fresh. My nana calls it sweet breath. That is Paliance, because that's the one that we... Yeah, there you go, sweet breath. My memory does work occasionally. Check it out. I think it's this one. Large blue flowers. Smells fresh. Short leaves are thought to help filter toxins. Bink. Yeah. We've known that one for a little while. So let's just turn that yellow, because it's now confirmed. You can stay on that shelf, that's fine. Blue flower, red thorns, blue flower, red thorns. This would be so much easier if I wasn't colourblind. I love that bit. Oh, it's such a great movie. Okay, coffee is now officially consumed. Is that from Shrek 1 or Shrek 2? I can't remember. Ennis Aylford. I can't help noticing that Drea Huntsman is still alive. You don't seem to understand the importance of our work here. If you are not with us, then you are against us. When the redemption comes, and it will come, you will regret your actions. Praise the Dendru. I wasn't about to kill the guy. So these dudes, with the little flower lapel things, are like a cult that they wanted me to join. And they were like, give us a plant and you can join our group. So I was like, fine, there's no harm in that. But then they came along and they said that they wanted me to, instead of giving the guy, the one with the green eyes that came back a little while ago, instead of giving him something to help him fight the monster, they wanted me to give him basically something that would make him useless and unable to fight. And therefore, basically, they wanted me to kill the guy on their behalf. So I was just like, no, I'm not doing that. So now they're coming after me because apparently they are actually on the side of the monster, and I probably shouldn't have joined them, but live and learn. They didn't tell me they were monster worshipping weirdos at the time, so there we go. Okay, where should we visit? At the very end of today. Have we been to Roudsea Wood yet? Should we go to Roudsea Wood? We haven't been there yet. Why did I come here? Okay. Nothing interesting to be found at Roudsea Wood. Decay gives way to new growth. From death, life. The cycle starts again. West of White Scar by the river. Okay. Thank you for the quack, and welcome in, Captain. Behind the woman, a dark skeletal figure began to rise, and a low primal snarl sounded across the clearing. The shepherd turned and ran, cold fear coursing through his veins. He did not run for long. Scary. Okay. West of White Scar by the river. Where's White Scar? Shout if you see it. I'm looking for White Scar. Ah, there you go. West of White Scar by the river. A sun-bleached skull fixes me with its black-eyed gaze. A reminder. From the chest of the skeleton, a plant grows. That's actually pretty cool. Sorry, my little skull appreciating. My little skull appreciating soul went, ooh, that's a cool picture. New plant. He's cool. Don't put it in the middle of my organisational system. Why do you not understand my organisational system? It's like you don't pay any attention to me at all, game. Okay. Good morning, kitty. It's day 15. He's just such a cute kitty. This is Hellebore the kitty. I've lived in Undermere all my life, and I've never seen the people as worried as they are now. Everyone's talking about the sisterhood and the servant. Somebody needs to do something to stop that beast. I know, I'm working on it. I was speaking to a woman from Arnside who tells me of a cave nearby that locals stay away from. Apparently there's a strange plant that grows there, but the cave is believed to be haunted. Unfortunately, she was vague about where the cave was. Somewhere to the east was all she would say when I pressed her. Almost regards. Okay. East of Arnside. I assume that's probably the cave we went to just now then. Yeah, White Skull Cave, so we've already done it. We found that one by accident because I was poking about. Hellebore is a good kitty. Work got busy with calls all of a sudden. Oh, bless you, but welcome back. I haven't forgiven you for whatever it was you gave me the other day. I should have destroyed that elixir recipe when I had the chance. Whatever happens, you must not allow it to fall into the wrong hands. It's fine. I wasn't planning on using it, I just wanted to know what your secret was. Who rearranged my plants when I wasn't looking? Rude. I swear these things move when I'm not looking. I do wonder what would happen if I went back to the Great Oak, because I think I've identified the ritual ingredients, but I don't know if it's the time. I don't know if it's the time to do the ritual. What's my system? Okay, so my system is all of the identified plants have yellow tags and they're all up this end. And then all of the things I think I've identified but haven't confirmed yet have purple tags and they go in the middle. And then all of the unidentified ones go up this end. And then the elixirs just in the corner because they came afterwards. And I don't want to lose them amongst everything else. That's the system. Am I a librarian per chance? I mean, you know, there's a strong chance that that might be. Although it does annoy a lot of my friends that I am a librarian and the books in my house have absolutely no organisational system, no matter what. They are loosely collected together by author, and that's not actually that consistent because the books normally go on the shelf in the room that I was in when I finished them. So, you know. Alden Gregory. My wife of 30 years is dying. That is the truth of it, as painful as it is to say out loud. The doctors say there is nothing they can do, but I cannot sit by and wait for it to happen. A man at the hospice let slip about a plant-based elixir. I don't think he meant for me to hear it, but I did, and it's all I can think about. I understand the risks, but any price is worth paying if it means she doesn't have to die. Please, I'm begging you. There you go. I have no choice but to give it to you because I can't really get out of it. Pretty blue flowers line the stems of this sought-after plant. It said that if you give haverage to your beloved under the light of a full moon, you will both live long and blessed lives. Mine's all kind of vibes. All Aussie authors in one shelf. My most TBR favourites in one. And then the other one is most loved at the top to least loved or sets below. It's pretty good. I think the last time I did like a big mass exodus and I rearranged a lot of things and got rid of some stuff, I did make a distinct sort of effort to try and bring all of the books by the same authors together. Because like I was saying the other day, like I've got pretty much everything written by Kathy Reichs, pretty much everything written by Karen Slaughter. So I brought all of those together. I've got a lot of historical fiction, like Philippa Gregory and stuff like that. So they are all broadly in the same place now. But anything I've read since then is basically back to whichever shelf has a space in whichever room I was when I finished it. But yeah, so there's a book. I've basically got bookcases all over the house. There's some in the living room. There's some in the study. There's some in the bedroom. There are many bookcases in this house, and they're all like double stacked with books on top, and there are too many books in my house. And then like my TBR of the ones I got for Christmas is like stacked on a stool that's behind me, and there's books everywhere in this house. I love it. I don't get nearly enough time to read. Althea O'Shea. What a delightful shop you have. I'm only in town but for a brief visit, but I heard I might be able to get hold of some liverstone here. I think we have preliminarily identified liverstone, but let's just check. Yeah, so that's the one that I thought was liverstone. It's the only speckly mushroom that we have that's unidentified. No. Okay, that is not liverstone. Alright. Is this guy speckly? Oh, he is speckly. My fingertips feel slightly numb. That will serve me right. I was too flippant and I've now Ujima flipped my brain. Okay, okay, what did we get out of that one? Thumb. Pronounced tomb. This flower is sometimes associated with death. Tomb is used as a fragrance in soaps and candles. Okay. Right, you are now a confirmed, so you go over here. You can go up on this shelf. Tomb. Those leaves are similar, aren't they? Maybe. Okay. See, this is not good. Do not get anything else wrong, otherwise I'm going to end up having to reassemble my sanity again, which is, you know, less fun. I'm still convinced these things move when I'm not looking. Okay, right. Stop playing with that. We've built up some more exploration points. Should we go somewhere? Where should we go? Have we done Jack's Rake? We've definitely done Scarfell Pike. Sea Talon. Let's go to Sea Talon just because it's really funny. An unassuming rounded peak of Sea Talon belies a rather stiff and awkward ascent. The grassy top is bleak and unremarkable, dampening my spirits. Okay. I'm gonna cheat and go home early. Yeah! I'll see you in 10 minutes. I can't control it anymore. This has gone too far. I never meant for it to turn on my sisters. It's too strong. I'm trying to hold it back, but it wants to kill, and that's all it wants. Death. Death and more death. You have to help me. Widow's Woe or Dead Man's Fingers. Okay. We've got both of those, but what do they do? Strengthen resolve and sharpen the mind. Or Induce fear. So do we want to make her more scared, or do we want to make her more resolved to carry on? I'm kind of tempted to try and get rid of her, because if we're collecting plants, so we're trying to complete this to get rid of the monster, we kind of want to make her give up, don't we? So we probably want to make her more afraid. What do you think? Anybody? So we can either make her more resolved to carry on, or we can make her more afraid, which will likely make her give up. I'm thinking Widow's Woe. Are we aiding and abetting here? No. So she's the one that is currently in control of the monster. And obviously we are trying to get rid of the monster. So we're trying to get the stuff together to get rid of the monster. So I think if we did Dead Man's Fingers, it would basically get her out of our hair for a little while and she'd just carry on playing with her monster. Or Widow's Woe might make her give up and run away. I don't really see the benefit or the lack thereof of doing either. But I don't like her, so I'm tempted to do Widow's Woe just because I feel like being mean to her. Okay, let's go with Dead Man's Fingers, because either way doesn't really make any difference, and it will identify the creepy mushroom that I'm not going to say anything about. It's creepy. It may be called Dead Man's Fingers, but I'm fairly sure it reminds everybody of something else that we're not going to mention, because this is not an adult stream. We want to see her downfall. We do kind of want to see her downfall, because we basically want to get rid of the monster. It's not really to do with her per se, it's more to do with saving people from a monster that's eating people. Okay. Hi, kitty. This is hellebore, by the way, if you didn't know. Hollis Gibb. There's been talk over the last few nights on the Royal Oak of a servant creature going around slaughtering people. I used to enjoy walking in the hills, but I daren't leave my house now. I've decided to bring nature to me in the meantime. The glow of a few pixie lamps would surely warm my heart. I mean, we don't have anything else that glows in this place. That one was easy. The leaves of the penny bell are chewed by some for their hallucinogenic properties. However, it is highly addictive and can lead to sickness and death. It's the same with most things that are hallucinogenic, surely. Okay. I understand it now. My mind is linked to the servant. With the elixir, I will be able to throw out the woman in the jade mask and take control for myself. Uh-oh. Together, we can end this. Meet me at the Daughter's Stone Circle tomorrow and bring the elixir. Uh-oh. She wants to take control of the monster. Do we trust her? Okay. I'm gonna go to the Great Oak and see if I can do the ritual thing. I probably can't. No, okay, I can't do anything yet, so I'm assuming someone will come along and ask me about it. Okie dokie. Okay. To the east of the castle, across the river and through a mountain pass, it grows at the edge of a wood. Okay, that's detailed. She finally had the power she craved all these years, a servant to do as she willed, but that power came at a cost. The servant was awoken, and it would not be contained. It was the Dendru, the dread. It was death. Creepy. Okay. First things first, let's identify this place to the east of the castle. Right. To the east of the castle. Is that the only castle? It's the only obvious castle. East of the castle, across a river. There isn't a river to the east of the castle. Oh, there's another castle. Muncaster Castle. Okay. Across a river and through a mountain pass. It grows at the edge of a wood. Any other castles? Ah, there's also Sizug Castle. East, across a river, through a mountain pass, at the edge of a wood. So like there? Yes! Okay, gotta go to bed. Night, Amity. Thank you very much for stopping by and bringing some joy and helping me with puzzles, which you did. So thank you very much. And have a good sleepies. And I'll see you, hopefully I'll see you in the week. Online somewhere. Night-night. And Amity goes to bed and Forky emerges from sleep, I assume. Welcome in. Hello, Forky. How are you this morning? The trees sway effortlessly in the cool breeze. The low hum of crickets chirping rides the wind. A sense of calm washes over me, and I'm rewarded with a new find. Oh, I know what this is. I know what this is. I know what this is. This is not this. This is this. This is going to be Swift Snare. Look at that. That is Swift Snare, if ever I saw one. Oh no, I forgot to put the question mark on it. I think that's Swift Snare because we were looking for that. Okay. Ding! It is time. The servant is on the move again. Time to act. Meet me at the ritual site. I hope for all our sakes you've been able to track down all the plants we need. This is the thing. Do I meet Faye Swift or do I follow Verona to perform the ritual? Okay, so here we go. This is the important bit. Do we try to get rid of the monster, or do we try to get the give control of the monster to someone else? I think we should get rid of the monster. Because I don't want to be responsible for anyone murdering anyone, so... But obviously I know this game has multiple endings. But I kind of want the... Yeah, get rid of it. I think you're probably right. Okay. Wait, that didn't work. What's going on? I'm confused. Why didn't that work? I went to the Great Oak, didn't I? Did I go too soon? We must act before it is too late. Gather the plants and meet me at the ritual site. Well, where's the ritual site if it's not the Great Oak? Created near Blackcomb to the south of the Watcher, the Great Oak. 5 plants were required for the ritual. Specific plants are not known. I'm really confused. Forky help. If it's not the Great Oak, then where am I going? Near Blackcomb to the south of the Watcher. Because I know what the 5 plants are. We identified those at the beginning of the stream. Like, we've sorted that, but... to the south of the Watcher. What's the Watcher? Because I know what the plants are. You need to make a 5 plant elixir. Can I do that? I've only got 3. Do I put the first 3 and then the second 3? It appears. Okay, so, right, so corpse friend. So the first thing on here is corpse friend. May be promoted for using plants to do things. I have no idea what that means. Prompted, so at some point you'll be asked to select the plants. Okay. I'm very confused. So I can't go to the... Yeah, this is day 16. So I guess I need to make my decision about going to the ritual location, or... because I can either go to the Daughter's Stone Circle, so that would be to give her the potion. But where do I go to follow Verona Green to do the thing with the plants? Because I thought it was the Great Oak, but going to the Great Oak didn't work. Because if it's not the great oak, then I don't know how to follow Verona Green at all. Near Blackcomb, to the south of the Watcher, the great oak. I've never figured out what the Watcher is, but it could be like... Can you have a look, Fork, and see if you can figure out if I'm going to the Great Oak or if I'm not? Close with the Great Oak, okay. Near Blackcomb to the south of the Watcher. It's the Watcher that I don't know what it is. I'm assuming that's the bit I've got wrong. So, a site of richer importance was... Is it this? Swinside Stone Circle. No. Okay, it's not that. I think I just assumed that it was the Great Oak because that was the secret place that was on the... Let me have one more go. And then you can tell me. It's near Blackcomb, here, to the south of the Watcher. It's this thing, the south of the Watcher, that has got me completely confused. Because I don't see anything... No, I don't think that helps. Near Blackcomb, to the south of the Watcher, the Great Oak. So the Great Oak is here. South of there is like here, there's a clearing. The Great Oak is the Watcher. Oh, okay. So like this clearing? There we go, okay. That was not clear. Okay, I'm gonna snooze these ads again, because I don't want anyone to miss this bit, which I think is the important bit. Okay, a small stone shrine sits off to one side of the clearing. 5 grooves run out from the centre of the stone, widening into recesses at the base. 5 slots for 5 plants. Okay, so we figured this out earlier. So Corpse Friend is Devil's Nightcap. Let's get this map out of the way. My god, there is so much crap on this table. Let's move all this stuff away. Okay, so Devil's Nightcap, we figured this one. It's not one that we've identified formally. It's one that we've got a good idea of. Or as I thought we did. Oh, I thought we'd sorted this already. Oh, crumbs. under pressure. Okay, anyway, Swift Snare, we definitely know what that one is. So that is Swift Snare. Widow's Woe, we found there. Long Veracund, we've had before. Long Veracund. Long Veracund and Elderfinium. We've also had Elderfinium. Okay, so the only one that we aren't sure about is Devil. I say we're not sure about any of them, to be honest, because we've had to figure this out from bits and pieces. Okay. So, Devil's Nightcap. This plant is known colloquially as Corpse's friend. If ingested as a seed, it will cause a slow, agonising death, and the plant will grow out of the body once deceased. It has a light, pleasant scent, not dissimilar to pine needles. Boiling the root in vinegar creates a tonic against fevers and poisons. It doesn't have leaves like that. I'm looking for something that has leaves like this. What's this one? Smells like rhubarb, that's not piney. Aniseedy. Is aniseedy piney? Probably not. What's this one? 5 plants total, yeah. Ah, soft aroma that reminds me of a pine forest. There you go. Oh, that one. Breathe, people. Take a deep breath. This is it. Yeah! I'm doing it really quickly because I'm out of ad pushes. I cannot suspend these ads anymore. Well done. I will take it from here. I stand back and watch as Verona walks around the shrine, muttering soft incantations. It feels like a long time passes before she looks up, but in reality it was perhaps only 10 minutes. Nothing's happening. What do you mean nothing's happening? Have we got the right plants? I think so. Perhaps we just need to be patient. A loud noise behind us makes us all jump. Turning round, I see something that makes my blood run cold. The woman in the jade mask is walking calmly and slowly towards us from the other side of the clearing. Behind her, standing tall and terrifying, is the black silhouette of the servant. Ugh! He's creepy. What was that about being patient? I think we're out of time. Do not be afraid. I am here to surrender willingly. The servant cannot be allowed to... Ah! The creature lunges forward and brings a huge arm scything towards her. Her scream pierces the cold air, and she drops to her knees, clutching her head. But the blow seems to glance off to one side as it comes hurtling down, and the beast's claw ends up embedded in the dirt instead of the woman's back. I can't hold it back much longer. You need this. She throws a small vial of red liquid, which Reuben deftly catches and holds up to the light. Blood. Quickly, I know what to do. Verona grabs the vial and fumbles to get the stopper out as she turns back to the shrine. The servant has its huge arm free again and is slowly advancing with strange jerking movements. Verona pours the blood into a small cavity in the shrine, and everything seems to happen at once. A pillar of bright white light launches out of the shrine towards the servant and hits it in the chest. The huge beast shrieks and staggers backwards, drowning out the screams of the woman in the jade mask, who is clutching her head and writhing in agony on the ground. no, there's ads. Okay, I'm gonna wait for people to get out of ad jail. Okay, gonna have some water. Wait for people to come out of ad jail because this is the exciting part. Does this mean you're a murderer? I don't know. I think we might be about to put down the monster. But whether or not the monster kills the woman in the jade mask first, I'm not quite sure. So yeah, let's just wait for people to get back from ad jail and we will find out. I ran out of, I couldn't push the ads anymore. It's all just too exciting. Okay. Here we go. We're back. Okay, we're back. A pillar of bright white light launches out of the shrine towards the servant and hits it in the chest. The huge beast shrieks and staggers backwards, drowning out the screams of the woman in the jade mask, who was clutching her head and writhing in agony on the ground. Whoa! There is an almighty thunderclap and a blinding flash of light, and suddenly the servant is gone. A patch of charred ground smoulders where it stood just moments before. My head is spinning at what just happened. Did it work? Have we defeated the servant? With the dust settled and the servant vanquished, I've been able to reflect on the events of the last few weeks. We were fortunate that Thea was able to stay in control of the beast for as long as she did. Who can say what would have happened if she was unable to prevent it causing the destruction it craved? Undermere has never felt so jubilant, so full of life. All the nervous tension that had built up evaporated in an instant, and the people have ploughed their energies into celebration and merriment. They do not know the whole truth, of course, that Thea, the woman in the jade mask, was the one who summoned the servant. I promised Reuben that I would leave it to him to unravel that mess. She is his daughter, after all. And as for myself, well, I'm back in the calm of strange horticulture, of course, with hellebore for company. It's quieter around here, but I am content, and there are always more plants to learn about and discover. It is done. The servant can go back to being a dark story for dusty shelves. So who have we got? Reuben Ward, the investigator, is alive, attempting to reconnect with his daughter. Verona Green, the occult scholar, is alive. She regularly visits you for advice. You have become firm friends. Faye Swift is alive. She has not dreamed of the servant since she performed the ritual. Yeah, she was... So Bethany Coleman was killed by the servant earlier in the game. Ennis Aylford, the cultist, has not been seen since the defeat of the servant. There are rumours that he is living in the Rydal Cave once again. So he was the one that was trying to get us to kill this guy. Forrest Vare, the hunter. Both his body and his pride have been damaged, but he lives. So he actually could have been killed by the cultists via us, which I'm not very happy about. The woman in the jade mask survived. So Thea Ward is in hiding. She was the woman in the jade mask. Ashamed of her actions that caused so much pain and death, it is unlikely that she will ever fully recover from the trauma. And Isidore Burbage, the barrister, is alive, currently pursuing legal action against strange horticulture. That's rude. So we got ending 2, Elder Finium, apparently. So there are several endings for this, so we could have gone through. Did I literally come back to you finishing the game? Yes you did. Yes you did, good soup. Welcome in. Book on head for the smart one. We are smart. And we completed Strange Horticulture. My goodness. Let's have a look at the... I like the logo for the company that made this. How do I feel? I feel victorious and jubilant. I'm very glad that I got it right. I kind of want to go back and play and see if I can get a different ending. But I might just do that for my own fun another time. Because I think it would require starting the whole game from the beginning again, and I'm not quite sure I've got the... There are 8 endings, oh my goodness. Because I am curious about what would happen if we went and supported the other path at the end there, where we could go and do the ritual, or we could have gone and given the potion, the elixir, to that lady, the other lady. I'm kind of curious what would happen if we did that. But yeah, there's also probably an ending that branches off from where you make the decision about supporting the cultists or not. And there's probably another one where you don't get the elixir. You don't get the elixir recipe off the librarian. Those are probably where the branches happen. But yeah, but because this game doesn't have a mechanism where you can sort of go back to a certain point and play forward, it would require playing the game through 8 separate times, which is something I'm not really willing to do on stream. But I might keep it on my computer, and if I do play it through again, I might record the endings and sort of do a bit of a compilation for YouTube or something, maybe. But we got all of the ritual ingredients correct. Yeah, because I've been toying with the idea of doing some more interesting things for YouTube. Obviously, because I've got acres of spare time in my life. But playing some of the other endings of this might be something that I'd have fun doing anyway at some point, so it probably wouldn't be a difficult extra step to just play it through and narrate it and record it. Whether I do anything with it, compiling them or not, could be fun. And obviously we are watching the credits because it is a good game that deserves watching. What is next? Well, we only have a little bit of time left in stream today, so I might cut today's stream short because I don't think we've got enough. We don't have enough time left. Oh no, we've got an hour, don't we? Okay, we've got an hour. We might start something new. I was thinking I might start playing Unpacking. I did install Unpacking, so we could start that today. It's definitely a completely different vibe to this, from what I can tell. we have approval. Okay. It is definitely a completely different vibe, so you may have to just bear with as I did I play the other one? You mean Antiquities? I haven't played Strange Antiquities yet, but because Cuddly Coda played it so recently, I can still remember most of what happens, so I kind of wanted to leave it until I'd forgotten more of the plot points. So I will come back and play Strange Antiquities another time, because I kind of want to go into it remembering as little as possible. So oh, hello, there's still a little bit more cutscene. Earlier. Oh, you can carry on playing. Oh, hang on. Have you ever heard of the Monastery of the Black Veil? I think it would interest you. I learned it from a man from Ravenglass. If you're ever in that part of the world, you should ask him about it. He owns Horseshoe Inn on Main Street. Okay. So apparently you can keep playing. Which is interesting. I didn't realise you could keep playing. That's fun. Okay. I think I have finished the story though. Have I? I am met by a man with a thick black beard and kind eyes, who is delighted to have found a willing ear to listen to his stories. You won't find the Monastery of the Black Veil marked on any map. They don't want to be found. The monastery was on the edge of a wood. I remember that much. We must have been heading west, because I could feel the sun on my face and it was evening. We crossed 2 rivers. Then we followed a river for a while. I could hear it to my left as we travelled. They left me here in Ravenglass, and I stayed here ever since. As I turn to leave, he adds, "Here, if you're serious about going, you'd better have this." Okay. Leaf of the Storian, Dark Flower of the Tomb, Stench of the Twilight, Elixir of the Black Veil. Okay. I guess we've got another mystery to solve. I thought that was the end. Apparently not. Okay. Let's archive this. Leaf of the Storian. Where's my book? Book! Historian. Yes, it is. Okay. Dark red fruits should not be ingested. Oh, is my organisational system still broadly where it was? Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's still the only one I've got with dark red fruits. Leaf of the Storian. Dark flower of the tomb. I had a theory about what one was tomb, didn't I? Okay, let's find it.
Hello.
It's Juno. Hello, Juno. Welcome in. I thought we had completed Strange Horticulture, but we appear to still be working. There still seems to be something happening. So we are looking for one last elixir, apparently. Elixir of the Black Veil. So Dark Flower of the Tomb, which I think is this one. So Storian, Tomb, and Stench of the Twilight. Do we have anything with Twilight in the name? Twilight Lepiota. In the twilight where shadows grow, take leaf and root and eye of crow, a plant of gloom and despair and dark magic. Do not be fooled by the pretty flower, the smell it gives off is quite foul. Okay. Yeah, that one. Okay. Let's see if we can make this elixir. So, Storian, Tomb, and this guy. this is Elixir of the Black Veil. Okay, so that confirmed a bunch of those things that I... Okay, right, you're done. You're over there. Close the book. Where did it put those plants that I... Oh, there. Okay, so you need to be yellow. You also need to be yellow. Okay. So yeah, I thought we were going to stop and play unpacking, but there still seems to be game afoot. I'm not quite sure what's going on. So we continue, I guess. Although this one... Monastery was on the edge of a wood. We must have been heading west because I could feel the sun on my face. Crossed 2 rivers. I could hear it to my left of the trail. They left me here in Ravenglass, and I've stayed ever since. Okay, so we're working back from Ravenglass. So there's Ravenglass, and they said they were heading west. So that must have been down this river. So, yeah, if the river was on their left, they must have been walking down this side of the river. The monastery was on the edge of a wood. So probably this one? Because if they crossed 2 rivers, 2 rivers, and then walked down a river to get to Ravenglass. So, like... here? Yay! 3 figures, their faces hidden behind black coverings, come out to meet me. The figure on the left speaks first. The monks of the Black Veil know of the horticulturalist. Then the one in the centre of the group adds, they will share their knowledge if they receive the payment. The final member of the trio stays silent. The third member of the trio accepts the elixir and together they disappear into the monastery. Sometime later they return with a stack of parchment. Bella Nox, Umbrella, Birdum, Demel, Fool's Midnight, Poliscus. Wow, okay. Who knew this game continued? Because I don't think even Forky knew this game continued. Morning, Gino. How are you? We are having fun. We thought we had finished Strange Horticulture, but it turns out there is still more happening, apparently. This is like a, I don't know, a sequel or a prequel or something. Who knows? But we continue. Okay, that's fine. I think we're done with that. It's good to see you too, Hellebore. It's been a while. You seem as relaxed as ever, though. Nothing ever phases you, does it? Oh no, he's a cat. I must admit, I've been buried in my books and seem to have missed all the excitement. I hear you and your plants had a part to play, though. I've been collating some information on a selection of plants for a little book I'm putting together. I was hoping you could help me finish identifying all these plants. Let's start with the Moonlight Flower, Bella Nox. I've always loved that one. Dark, mysterious and beautiful. It's probably this one. Looking at the illustration. Yep, Bella Knox. There we go. Spring wax cap. That's going to be a mushroom, isn't it? Spring wax cap. Edible mushroom with mild medicinal properties. Probably this one. Waxy reddish caps. Yeah, it doesn't really specify, but it's the one of very few unidentified mushrooms I've got. And it looks like the picture. Ah, Haverage. Some romantic soul once gave me a stem of Haverage. I think I offended the poor boy when I gagged on the scent. He took it as a bad omen. Haverage. Here. Pretty blue flowers line the stems of this sought-after plant. It's said if you give Haverage to your beloved under the light of a full moon, you both live long and blessed lives. Overpowering, sickly sweet scent. Okay, right. Okay, get out the way. You need to be yellowified before I forget. Fool's Midnight. Okay. Used by some as an aphrodisiac, though the potent sulfuric aroma is enough to put off most. This dark mushroom has a fleshy underbelly and is said to have a unique sharp taste to those brave enough to try it. Smells rotten. Yeah, okay, that's sulfuric. Okay. Okay, I think she's just here to help us finish the book. Okay, Demel. This unremarkable flower is related to the common thistle. Leaves are occasionally brewed into a tea to help calm anxiety. Unremarkable. Thistly. Okay, right, I need to tidy up because I've got them. Let's put these yellows over here. I'm getting myself confused now about what's what and what's where. Right, let's move all my yellows over there. Let's put my unidentifieds back over here. It's probably this guy. This is the only one I've got with wibbly wobbly leaves. Okay, Demel. Lesser Meridoc. I had one that I thought was this one. Okay, she is literally just listing things now, so I think we are just here with her to finish the book. Umbrella smells of strawberries. I think it's this one that keeps saying it smells of strawberries. Yeah. That one smells of strawberries. Okay, right. Oh my goodness. We're just flying through identifying things at the rate of knots now. Okay, right. You are not identified yet. You are. Okay. That one I already knew because I identified that one earlier. Oh my goodness, we're going at a rate of knots, people. We are going to we're going to identify all the plants at this rate because she's basically just asking us for them all. Okay. I think this is our last quest, is just finishing identifying all of the plants. Okay, Penny Bell. The leaves of the penny bell are chewed by some for their hallucinogenic properties. Okay, that's not helpful. Of the ones we've got left, that's the only one who has leaves that look like that. And they do look like bells. Yeah. Okay. Birdum. Badum badum. Badum badum. Thick birdum leaves make tasty addition to soups and stews. guy's got leaves that look like that. That one. We're doing well. Poliscus. No, I didn't mean to click on Copper to Caledonian. Poliscus. Poliscus. Poliscus flower is crushed into a paste to cure coughs and sore throats. This author can attest a supposed cure does not work. Okay, that's fascinating and unhelpful. Probably that one. Okay, you go down there. Aguria. Oh, this one's the ploofy one. We already identified the ploofy one. Definitely Aguria. You could be yellow. We're going great guns. We are 74 of 77, so at this rate I think we are just gonna finish the book. I hope there's a achieve for doing this last bit and finishing identifying everything in the book. Sour Bandy. That's that one with the big widgety wiggle in the middle. Carnivorous. I mean, if the big leafy bitey looking one isn't carnivorous, then what is? And therefore this one must be Prittle. I am going to check just because, you know, I don't want to assume too much. Yeah, look at that picture. Definitely. Achieve! Identify all the plants. I've identified all the plants. Everyone celebrate. Woo! Well, that seems to be all of them. You know, I think you've earned the right to call yourself an experienced horticulturalist. Why, thank you. There we go. Actually finish the game now. I like that. So if you finish the game and you don't watch the credits and go through that last little bit, then I guess you don't get that achieve because you don't sort of find out that that's there. That's exciting and very cute.